Hi everyone and welcome to Positively Kimmie. I am Kimmie. If you are new here, welcome. This is a safe space. And if you're among my returning subscribers and my besties, hi guys, how are you? I hope you're all having an amazing day. Welcome to Self-Care Sunday. Now, I know last Sunday I didn't do any self-care and I had a chit-chat, but I need to talk to you guys this Sunday too because I'm going through something. And since you are my besties, I need to share that with you because self-care is looking very different for me today. I need to take care of me and my heart because we're very sad. You guys know Storm has been sick. He's my cat, he's my baby, he's my family. We've had him for 16 years. And he sleeps with me every night, is with me on this chair, snuggled next to me most times when I'm doing a video, and I love him to pieces. And he recently got sick where he needed to go to the ER, and that was like a $6,000 bill for my son, and they had to put him in a hyperbaric chamber, and they found out he was in congestive heart failure. And they made him better. And it was a temporary thing. He ended up being on medicines. He was on Lasix, which is a water pill, to get the fluid from around his heart and his lungs. They put him on a heart medication. They put him on 2 heart medications. One was because one artery was very clogged with plaque. And the other was for his heart because it wasn't beating properly from having to work so hard. From the congestive heart failure. So we've done so many things to help him, and he had started giving me a hard time about taking his medications, and about 3 days ago, got sick, and he started breathing very heavily again, and it was heartbreaking to watch him suffer. And I know when he starts breathing heavy, that means he's in congestive heart failure. So I called the vet, I called my son, I called the vet, and I said to them, he's having trouble breathing again. Can I bring him in? They said, yes, of course. And I brought him back in, and they gave him a shot of Lasix to get rid of the water. And they said, he is a sick cat, and we're going to need to sooner rather than later make some decisions. I said, well, I have to speak to my son about that. I want to do what's best for my cat. I don't want him to suffer. And they said, well, if the shot of Lasix didn't help overnight, to call them the next day. And I did, and he was breathing the same, maybe a little bit harder, a little bit heavier, a little bit faster. And I brought him in, and they said his eyes started looking like they were sinking in. There was no more that they could do for him. We've done everything we can for him. We've given him the medications. Short of seeing an internist and a cardiologist and having a stent put in his heart, and that's not a guarantee that would work. He's 16 years old. He's lived a good life. He's been such a good boy. And they told us we had to euthanize him. So my son came down from Albany the next day, which was Friday. And we had to put him down. So it was me, my ex-husband, my son, and his girlfriend. We had a little party for Storm before we went there. And the whole family was here. We were just giving him lots of love, and he had stopped eating. But we were able to give him some food, and he ate that. And he looked better because of the other shot of Lasix. So he didn't look like he was as sick as he was the day before. And we had to bring him to the vet and have him put down. It was so heartbreaking. It really was. I'm sorry. So we did that. And now I don't have Storm. We don't have Storm, who, like I said, had been a part of our lives for 16 years. It was like having another child, you know? I have 2 boys and a grandson and a daughter-in-law. But I raised 2 boys, and he was just an extension of that. And I know I am so grateful for having him 16 years. And he was such a good boy. He really was. And I am just so heartbroken. I'm so heartbroken. And I know all of you who have pets out there understand. I know all pet parents have to go through this at one time or another. But this was a first for me. And it was just really hard. So I did not put out any videos for a few days because I was taking care of him. I know you understand. I'll have a video out Monday. I'll have 2 videos out on Monday. But I just thought you should know what was going on. I felt I owed that to you, and I needed to talk to my friends. And there were a couple of you that I was going to reach out to. But how do you reach out to someone and say, oh, hi, how are you? By the way, my cat's in the process of dying, and I need a hug. So I did, because I always feel like I'm bothering someone. So thank you all for just being here and listening to me. I truly appreciate it. Self-care for me tonight is gonna look like a nice hot shower and early night sleep, and then we'll get started again with life tomorrow. This happened on Friday, Saturday, Friday. It happened Friday. Today's Sunday. And I just don't want another animal. I never want to feel like this again. I'm getting too old. This was my son's. And thank you for listening. In the meantime, be happy, be healthy, be blessed, but most of all, be positively you, and cherish the people and the fur babies you have, because time is so fleeting. And you guys rock. I love you.